When we think of liberation, we often picture soldiers and battlefields. But what if a nation's freedom was won not by the sword, but by the quiet courage and unwavering loyalty of its king? This is the story of Mohammed V of Morocco, a ruler who chose his people over power. In the mid-20th century, Morocco was under the control of the French protectorate. The Sultan was expected to be a puppet, a figurehead serving colonial interests. But Sultan Mohammed V had a different vision. He saw the rising tide of Moroccan nationalism, the deep desire for dignity and self-rule, and instead of crushing it, he chose to become its symbol. Imagine the scene. Morocco is a land divided by colonial strategy, with tensions simmering just beneath the surface. The people are looking for a leader, a sign of hope, and they find it in their own ruler. Mohammed V wasn't just a monarch in a palace. He became the quiet heart of the independence movement, a unifying force for a fragmented nation. His actions spoke louder than any decree. He met with nationalist leaders, offered his support, and made it clear where his loyalties lay. One of the most pivotal moments came in 1947. Mohammed V traveled to the internationally controlled city of Tan. There, he delivered a speech that would echo across the mountains and deserts of his homeland. He didn't just hint at freedom, he openly called for Moroccan independence and unity. He spoke of Morocco's connection to the Arab world, intentionally omitting the usual praise for the French protectorate. This was no subtle hint. It was a public declaration of defiance. It was a direct challenge to the colonial powers and a powerful signal to every Moroccan that their Sultan was with them, ready to lead them towards a new dawn. The French authorities were stunned and infuriated. How could their chosen ruler so boldly defy them? They knew they had to act. Their response was as drastic as it was miscalculated. In 1953, on the eve of a major religious festival, French forces surrounded the royal palace. They arrested Mohammed V, his son Hassan, and the rest of the royal family. They were forced into exile, first to Corsica, then to Madagascar, thousands of miles away from the people they loved. The French believed that by removing the king, they would decapitate the nationalist movement. They thought the cries for independence would fade into silence. They could not have been more wrong. The exile of Mohammed V did not break the spirit of the Moroccan people. It ignited a firestorm. The king's absence became a more powerful symbol than his presence ever was. He was no longer just a ruler. He was a martyr, a living embodiment of Morocco's struggle for freedom. His image was everywhere, a silent protest against colonial rule. Across the country, what was once a political movement transformed into a popular revolution. Protests erupted in every major city. Resistance fighters, known as the Army of Liberation, intensified their attacks on colonial targets. The French had hoped to install a new, more compliant sultan, but the Moroccan people refused to recognize him. Their loyalty was to one man, their exiled king. The slogan, "Long live the king," became the rallying cry for a nation united in defiance. From his exile, Mohammed V continued to be the voice of his nation. He refused to abdicate, communicating with nationalist leaders and maintaining his role as the legitimate ruler of Morocco. His steadfastness inspired his people and put immense pressure on France, both at home and on the international stage. The situation in Morocco was becoming ungovernable. The cost of maintaining control, both in lives and resources, was spiraling. Faced with a nationwide uprising and growing international condemnation, France had to admit defeat. In November 1955, the impossible happened. France reversed its decision. Mohammed V and his family were brought back from exile. His return was not just a political event. It was a national celebration of biblical proportions. Millions of Moroccans flooded the streets, cheering, crying, and celebrating the return of their hero. It was a moment of pure triumph, the culmination of years of sacrifice and struggle. The king who had been taken away in shame returned as the undisputed leader of a soon-to-be free nation. Just a few months later, in March 1956, Morocco officially gained its independence. Mohammed V, who had been sultan under French rule, now took the title of king in 1957, marking the birth of the modern Kingdom of Morocco. But his work was far from over. He faced the immense task of building a new nation from the remnants of colonial division. Instead of seeking revenge against those who had collaborated with the French, he chose a path of reconciliation and unity. He worked to create a modern state with a constitutional monarchy, while carefully preserving Morocco's deep-rooted cultural and religious identity. The legacy of King Mohammed V teaches us a profound lesson about leadership. It shows that true power isn't about dominance or control. It's about service, moral authority, and an unbreakable bond with your people. He proved that liberation can be achieved not just through conflict, but through patience, principle, and the quiet courage to stand for what is right, no matter the cost. His story is a powerful reminder that the greatest leaders are not those who command armies, but those who capture the hearts of their people. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as we did, please like, comment, and subscribe for more stories of the remarkable figures who shaped our world. Follow us for our next episode in the Africa Liberator Series.